Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to yet another PL video here on this channel. PL, of course, standing for personal life. I don't know if that's actually going to become a thing. I just randomly said it because, I don't know, it just came to mind. These videos have no scripts at all, so sometimes y'all just say something out of pocket that will probably become a meme or a short that I will clip later to do the thing with the shorts and whatnot. So here's the thing, guys. The idea for today's video came literally out of nowhere. I was thinking I had just finished recording another video, which was the one talking about my biggest hubris here. You know, chronologically, that is the last vlog that I recorded literally minutes ago, and my dog just passing by in the background with the bird screeching in the other side. You know, it's not a pet bird, it's just a random wild freaking chimpanzee-like screeching bird. You freaking orangutan, toucan, parrot, hamster, what? Okay, look, I don't know what's going on, but basically what I'm trying to get at is that this video here, I was going to record something else, but then this one popped into my head because I did have this idea for a while, and it's going to be the first time ever addressing this on any of my channels, and it's going to sort of be cathartic for me as well, kind of like therapy, because some of these videos are like, you know, doing a therapy session for me, just pouring out my feelings and stuff, you know. So I have been asking myself a question lately that I don't really know if there is a direct answer. I know that there's a basis for me asking it, but I don't know how the answer would come about, which is, am I an introvert? Am I introverted now? Am I the kind of person who is closeted off from society? Am I developing some degree of agoraphobia? Can I not stand going out and socializing in public and all of that? Of course, like, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but there is something that I've been noticing in my character traits lately where I used to be much more outgoing and extroverted, right? I used to like going out and meeting new people, you know, not necessarily going to parties, but going to get-togethers. Okay, what happened to the lighting? All of a sudden the sun went away and I'm wearing a black shirt, so I don't know how the lighting is gonna look, you know, the exposure flash compensation, but I think it looks pretty okay for now. If anything, if I have to, I'll just change it here manually, but I think it's okay for the time being. So I used to really enjoy going to social gatherings, you know, and eating, drinking, you know, some good food, and, you know, sharing experiences with others, you know, networking so I could get some more opportunities for work as well. It used to feel good, but I think that maybe because I have been living for about 7 years now. No, it's been 6, right? Coming up on 7 at some point soon. Because I've been living for a long time in a small city in the middle of nowhere, practically, you know, in the interior of Sao Paulo. I have developed this small town mentality because there's nothing to do in this town here, and for you to find anything interesting you have to go either 1 or 2 towns over, and that's actually very dull to do. The commute in and of itself, I guess maybe I became too lazy to go and explore, and I don't want to spend too much money, you know. I'm becoming that kind of old geezer now, right? So like I don't know where this line of thought came from, but my personal theory is that because I've been living here for so long and I've been going out less and less, I have developed this sort of intolerance to it now. Like, I don't really enjoy going out too much, right? If a close friend of mine invites me to do something, you know, somewhere with a group of people, that's cool, but if there are a lot of people who I don't know, I'm starting to feel more and more socially awkward, which is why I take to YouTube so often. I have 3 different YouTube channels now, one of which is a podcast, right? In the first episode, I was really nervous, even though I've already recorded with people in the past, but maybe because it was a very serious topic and it was a much older person and my mom was home and listening in, maybe that's what made me feel more nervous, right? But like, it's very strange because the more content I produce for the internet, the less that I, you know, want to interact with those outside, if that makes sense, you know. And if I ever become famous on YouTube, right, if I become a public figure making a lot of money with millions of subscribers, I think it's gonna get worse. I'm going to want to leave my house less and interact less with people, you know, even if they're fans of my work, because I don't know, I think maybe sometimes I just don't have the energy for it, and people who have too much energy, they kind of suck the life essence out of me, you know. Wow, that was dramatic. There is an interesting observation that I can make, right? My main YouTube channel has been getting more views lately, more subscribers, more interactions, and even here locally in Sao Paulo where I live, more people are discovering my content, and there are some who make these observations, right? Even some coworkers of mine, when they watch my shorts, for example, they feel like I am much more extroverted and open and, outgoing and energetic here on YouTube than I am in real life. And what I think some of them don't realize is that this is actually intentional. Like on YouTube, I have kind of like a character that I play. When these glasses come on and that camera turns on, it's like I'm a completely different person, right? Like here on YouTube, I'm one way, and if you meet me in real life, I am much calmer, right? It's not like the exact polar opposite per se, but it is still different, right? And I think that a lot of content creators, especially the ones who have been doing this for 10, 15 years, they know how to separate it a little better. Or maybe for some of them, they just kind of like, they blend in together, right? So it's like pretty much just the same person. Like, I don't know, but I feel like there are some, especially those who do sketch comedies, right? Like Smosh, for example, like they are playing they are literally acting, they're playing different characters in every skit, right? So then when you hear them on podcasts, they're a little bit different. They can be more serious and somber, right? So that's what I think some people don't really know how to differentiate. And with me, it's the same thing. I know how to differentiate Chazzy from YouTube than, Igor in real life, which is my real name. Like Chazzy is just it's an artistic name. Here I am known professionally as Chazzy, right? But outside of YouTube, I am much more different. When I'm sitting down and recording videos, I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm collected, right? You guys will see that side of me more during the daily vlogs that I've been producing more of for this channel. So that's how it is, guys, right? I think that for those of you who work with art in some degree, where you interpret other characters, whether through acting, or in music, expressing yourself, or even here making videos for YouTube or TikTok or whatever you do, like, or even when you're modeling, it's every single thing involving art has to have a differentiation of character, right? You are one way in your job and another way outside of it. I've seen this professionally in the workplace as well, right? I have had managers, supervisors, bosses who have been complete douche bags, complete, a-holes in the workplace. They're very, very stoic and solid, and they treat you poorly. They barely address you, and if they do, they don't smile. But then you meet up with them outside of work, and they're the exact opposite. They're happy and outgoing, and they shake your hand, they hug you, they buy you a drink, it's like, what? It's like, I've never understood how people can do this so well. Like, I get that you should behave differently in work and outside of it, but there are some people who, it's literally like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? Is that how he say it? Yeah, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, or is it Dr. Hyde? No, I'm pretty sure Jekyll and Hyde, okay? It's very, very strange. Like a Two-Face from Batman, if you want a better example, whatever, Use whatever example you want. There are people who do this very well, and I am trying to do it on YouTube. I am striving more and more, and I feel like I have a balance right now. But many people just don't see it, right? They come up to me in real life and say, wow, you are nothing like your videos on YouTube. Yeah, guys, it's because it's a persona. In real life, you're not going to see me gesticulating and talking this loud and jumping around and going, yeah, like I do in my gameplays, for example, on the main channel. I can't just do that in real life. People are going to think I'm either an idiot, or I have mental brain damage, or I'm just, way too happy, or I'm like Tom Cruise or something. I don't know. Tom Cruise has dyslexia, so I shouldn't make fun of that. He's different, but I don't know. It's the thing and stuff, man. I'm losing my sleep over all of the things that cannot have been found inside of what could be time into it to say. I think maybe my situation has more to do with age as well. Like, as I'm getting older, I am becoming much more attached to the idea of staying home and relaxing, especially because I work, right, during the week and sometimes until pretty late at night, and late in the evening rather. I get home late at night because I live in a different town from my job, so I have to commute, and it's usually a little over an hour every day to and from work. So an hour or so to go, an hour or so to come back. So I usually come home with my legs throbbing and I feel jaded, right? So, but in a good way, it's healthy fatigue. I love my job, right? But During the weekends, for example, or on my days off, I love the idea of just staying home. You know, even if I have to do chores all day to help my parents out, you know, it's like it feels good to just stay here, you know, do some YouTube videos, you know, watch Netflix or whatever, you know, and play video games. It feels good. This is how I want to spend, you know, my days when I'm not working. Of course, I do have an adventurous spirit, right? There's a part of me that would love to travel the world, you know, see different countries, different states and cities and stuff, right? Especially when I'm married, I want to have a travel partner. Although it is a lot easier when you're single, you know. Once I settle down and have a family, it's going to become a little tougher. But hey, I mean, nothing would impede us from going on road trips every now and again. I think that'd be really cool. So, but at the time, at least right now, you know, in my early 30s, and you know, I don't know, man. I feel like I really want to take advantage of the time that I have to rest and just chill before life really starts coming at me. Because I feel like I'm still in the calm of the storm. You know, I think that there's much more soon, right? And I'm just trying to relax, but introverted, right? I just feel like lately I am becoming much more introverted. I don't know if I can define myself as one or the other. Like, I don't know if I can call myself an extrovert or an introvert. I guess it really depends on the place, you know, the circumstances, my energy that day, you know, if I'm feeling up to it. Maybe I'm just in the middle, or I just can't identify as either one or the other. You know, it's not like male or female. You know, you're not obligated to but there are men and there are women, right? And like you're either one or the other, but you can't just say, oh, you don't have to say that you're either introverted or introverted. You know, you don't have to be one or the other. So maybe with me, it's just like I'm in the middle, and it's fine that way. You know, it depends. It oscillates. So I'm very bipolar with this kind of thing. But this is a bit more of an introspective, you know, reflective, personal life vlog here, because I really wanted to talk about this and give my thoughts out. Hey, maybe I'll come back to this video in a few years and see if I'm still like this, if I'm worse or better, right? But I'm fine with it. When I'm at work, I really love interacting with my coworkers, you know, for example, and my students, because I'm a teacher, so I have to be more extroverted there. But outside of work, I like to just keep to myself and be left alone, right? Even when I'm home with my parents, sometimes if I'm doing something, I don't like to be interrupted. So that's the downside of no longer living by myself. You have to share a space with other people. But because my parents work sometimes all day, you know, today for example is it's Saturday, it's my day off, and they're both working. I'm home alone, so I can just chill and relax. The lighting is getting a little weird now all of a sudden, but I'm almost done. It's fine, just as well, because the battery's running low and the sun really went away. I hope it doesn't rain. So that's it, guys. You know, I'm not entirely sure where I stand on this, right? Like, I don't know. I just know that the more I meet people lately, you know, this generation, Gen Z idiots, the more I interact with them, the less I want to leave my house. I want to stay home, just play with my dog, who's having a nap now. She's been napping all day. She comes inside to nap, goes outside to nap, then comes back into nap, goes back out to nap. My God, I gotta go play with her, stimulate her a bit. Let's go get the balls and throw them around and stuff. But that's it, guys. Just want to wrap it up here. And if you happen to enjoy this video, if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. But if you like the overall presentation, go ahead and give it a like, because I release, and also subscribe to this channel because I release videos every single week. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell too, so you can know exactly what time I upload, and it's all good. Don't forget to subscribe to my other channel as well, my main channel, my podcast channel. I should probably say that more often in these videos. I forget to, but it's fine. And that's it, guys. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Roll the outro screen.